cloud since I'm not home. Welcome everyone to week number 10. For some reason, I didn't get that one confused. Probably because whatever. But anyway, welcome to week number 10, BNSA $1 Million Mastermind. Oh, let me take a breath. This is our last spring mastermind, which means I will not see your lovely faces every Monday thereafter until June, if you're smart. So I'm going to tell you about that in 1 second, but I just wanted to officially welcome you. How many of you, I would love to know, you kind of gotten used to the accountability. You've gotten used to, dang it, I got to do my work, but this is good because this is real time because I'm really looking at my money. You know, you've kind of really looked at connecting the speaker business and the money together, which frankly you should always do, but it's just a little bit more connected than normal, right? And you just sort of feel like you served even more than normal in the last 10 weeks. Can you just do that for me? Put this over your face if you feel like you are just at a different level than you were 10 weeks ago. Just put your hand in front of your face so I can see it. Now, if you didn't put your hand in front of your face, what's up? What's up? Okay, good. And I would love to know, and I'm going to put up a slide. That'll be a poll a little bit later to see, you know, how many of the mastermind benefits you took advantage of. But I do find, based on the evaluations that many of you completed, that the folks that really leverage as many of the benefits as possible are just changed and uplifted. And that's what this is all about. Yay! So I don't want to spend all the time talking because this is going to be big and, you know, we're going to do some things. So let me just get this out of the way right now. Guys, I'm hearing some noise, so mute yourself out for me. Just hit the microphone and it'll mute yourself out. So if you can, it'll be fabulous. I am hearing a bit of noise. Let me mute that. Okay, it was Willie, so I just muted him out. Okay, if you're going to go to the restroom or something, mute yourself out. All right, so let me share screen. I'm going to share this page, share it right now. This is the page that's created, sorry about that, that has all the information on it, okay? And you notice at the top it says summer/fall 17. It's very similar to the page before, except I tweaked some things in there, of course. Guys, early bird registration is going to end 6/2. Now, that's the prices that are on here. So if you go here, you go, okay, let me go down. Let me look at this. Let me check this out. Who are these people? Oh, look at the mastermind. These are the benefits, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, some of the things you saw before. Per your suggestion last week, Lisa, our BNSA project manager, made sure she put all this wonderful stuff in. So she put this together for us. This is what you want. And of course, you got option 1, which is just the summer mastermind. And I'll tell you what that is in a second. The fall version of this mastermind where we meet for 10 weeks. Or you want both. You're like, I want some summer mastermind. I want some fall mastermind because I'm always in a speaker goal mood. And I want to always be accountable. I'm cool with that. Then you choose option 1 if you only want summer and you don't want to do the 10-week in the fall. Or if you want fall only, option 2. And then option 1 and option 2 would be the third one. So that's pretty much your 3 choices there. Then right below it, these are some frequently asked questions to the left, to the right. If you have questions, guys, put it in the chat. Let me get through this. You have a lot of the comments you guys provided in your evaluation are to the right. So you may see some of your words there. Here is the schedule that's here. So if you're going to do the summer mastermind, here are the dates. Isn't that cool? This does not show the in-person Influence date. I figured that would just be confusing for people. But we're also meeting at Influence, which means you're staying a day later. So we'll talk about that during the celebrations portion. So could somebody please remind me to talk about that? And then here is the full schedule for September. Isn't that cool? I was a little nervous about kicking this off 9/11, but I got a lot of feedback that said it was okay. So we're going to do that. And soon, oh, I did a major ask. I asked you guys to record a quick video. I don't know if you guys got that message. I know I sent out a lot of them. If you can just do a quick video, try to make it short. You know, we're long-winded as speakers. Just with, hey, I just participated in the Black NSA $1 Million Mastermind, spring 2017. I thought it was awesome. This is why I joined. This is what I got out of it. My name is blah, 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 and this is what I speak on. So if you can do some version of that, it would be awesome. Keep it nice and short. Try not to go on and on like some people do, like Marquesa. Don't do that. And then we'll put it up here. And I would love to feature your video on here. So please do that, pretty please. If you can get that to me, please put it in Dropbox. Do not send me a link to your YouTube page. No. I want to upload it so the video goes right into the page. So I need a Dropbox link to do that. Okay. So anyway, it's all listed here. Option 1, option 2, option 3. But guess what? There's something just special for you guys. I get these ideas and I jump on it. So if you want to do the summer mastermind and the fall mastermind, and you're saying, yes, I'm in because we're doing planning, we need facilitators, all these decisions we got to make. And I don't want to we want as many decision makers, guys, put yourselves on mute, hearing noise. As many decision makers as possible. In other words, I want you guys to be a part of how we form this. And you can do that if you get in. So $97 for everything, but you got to join today by midnight. Today by midnight. So how do you do that? There's a special link that I put in the Black NSA Facebook group. Does someone want to post that link in chat for me? And so in other words, that link is not on this page because it's not for the public. It's only for the alumni. And that's $97. So if you go to this page, don't get all confused and say, well, wait a minute. It's right here. It says $47.97. So if I pay $97, looks like I'm only going to get the fall mastermind. Well, yeah, that's the case if you go through this page, of course. But guess what? If you pay today by midnight, you're in for summer and fall for $97. Guys, how many of you agree that this whole mastermind experience was worth way more than $97? You just put your hand in front of your face so I can see it. Worth way more than $97. Yes, your bonuses alone was worth way more than $97. So please do it. Come on, check it out. Do your thing. And again, that's by midnight. I'm going to shut that link off. You can't do it. And then but you still can do this one here. So if you're severely undecided, then just do one of these. And then this will be cut off before influence. Okay. So let me see if I got any questions about this in chat so we can move to something else. Any bigger questions around this, we can answer during the celebrations call, because I really want us to spend our time masterminding. And I see that you're on here, my darling. Let me look in chat real quick to see and guys, open your microphone. Any questions you just want to throw out there real quick, just open your microphone and throw it out there for anything that is not clear about this.
Post the link or give the link, Marquesa, so they can see how to get the special price.
Yes, it's in the Facebook group.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know what you can do now, guys, just for simplicity purposes, if you click this here, I believe this is $97, right? Yeah. If you click this here and it comes in today before midnight, then this counts for both masterminds. Although it says, although you're clicking a link that says that it's just for the fall mastermind. But since it's the same amount, $97 is Black NSA, you're paying before midnight tonight, then I know that you're in for both masterminds. Is that clear? So just go to the page so everyone knows blacknsa.speaker, blacknsaspeaker.org. Thank you for a lot of you that have already done that. Okay, so any other questions, comments, anything like that? And then please, hopefully you guys are going to get me a video. Yeah. So love that. So I'm going to stop share. It's weird because I'm on my other laptop.
So are you going to, during celebration, you're going to talk about the summer? Because I'm going to miss that first day. I'll be on a cruise.
Yes. Yeah. How terrible of you to go on a cruise. And just to clarify, by the way, the summer mastermind is going to be very different than the 10 mastermind. We're only going to meet once a month. And we're going to mix around the groups. So there will be no designated group like you're going to, in the other one, you're meeting 10 weeks straight with the same group, same facilitator, that kind of thing. We're going to mix it up. So It's going to be even more interesting. I'm looking for different people to facilitate. The goal is I still want you to come with one major goal, but it's going to be ran a little differently. So it'll be fun and interesting. And the goal is for you to just, because even we're speakerpreneurs, entrepreneurs, we still stay focused during the summertime. So I'll say more about that during the celebration. I'm still trying to figure out how to stop sharing. I'm on a different computer and I can't see everything at the same time. All right. And while I figure it out, why don't you dive into any other questions related to this before I move on? Any other questions or comments? Was there a question there? We're all good? All right. So, Anne, my darling, this week was all about the door, the temple of wisdom, the sixth sense, where we outwit fear. And chapter 15, the final chapter, is all about outwit the sixth sense. Okay. So, Anne, you want to take that on and share whatever you need to share before we go into our masterminds?
Absolutely. I'm excited. That all of this is coming together. And what I really would like to do is just kind of kick it off with something. I'm not sure which version each person has, but as I was just going back over and rereading, I read something that just kind of summed a lot of this up. And I'd like to read it for our hearing to start off. And it basically says that through the instructions described in Chapter 3 on autosuggestion, you were definitely and specifically shown the method by which desire can be transmuted into its monetary equivalent. Operation of the mental broadcasting station is comparatively a simple procedure. You have but 3 factors to bear in mind and apply when you wish to use your broadcasting station. Number 1, the subconscious mind. Number 2, creative imagination. And number 3, autosuggestion. The bottom line for all of us is that all of this starts with going back to the 6 steps and the fact that desire starts everything. And I hope that as we wrap up these last 2 chapters, especially the part about the 6th sense, we find that once we're very clear about what it is we want, especially the amount of money, we don't really get the connection if we don't find a way to connect the 6th sense. So let me just say that again. Now I see that William Thompson is on, and I'd like to use a story he told about in one of the sessions. He talked about wanting to go into a particular kind of business, and he kept being asked about going into another kind of business, right, William? I know you're on mute, but you can just shake your head yes, right? Okay. But what happened at the very end is that he ended up going into a business which was not on his radar. And I'd like to suggest for many of us, the 6th sense and the brain mixed with the imagination and autosuggestion has a way of, in other words, all of these chapters have a way of bringing to us the money. And so I'd like to challenge each of us. Sometimes it's not so much about what we think we want. I'll use William again. He wanted company A, but he ended up with company B. But what he really wanted was the money. That was just, come on now, can I get a 5? Okay, and so I say that because sometimes as speakers, we want to speak on X. And I think that, I'm not sure if he's on, Robert posted a question a few weeks ago in the chat, and he talked about, I keep getting asked to do A, but I don't want to really do A. I really see myself as B, but they keep asking me to do A. And he posted the question, well, what should I do? And what I'm suggesting is if we focus on number 1, and I know this is our last session, we're going to get all mixed up and we're going to go to something else. But I want to just wrap up with my comments by saying, when you tap into the 6th sense, it will bring you everything you desire. Our job is to have the desire, not the how or the what or the when or the where. But we must take the time to connect with that desire. I do something that I call a date with myself. Okay, I do a date with myself. And in the beginning, when I started doing this years ago, it was about 15 minutes. It was just not long enough. Then I went to 30. This just was not long enough. And then I went to an hour, and it just was not long enough. The point is, especially if you're single, and sometimes if you're married, we get so focused on dating people, right? And we spend a lot of time in these relationships. But how often do we date ourselves and invest the time and the energy and the same kind of resources in the date with ourselves and our mind and that sixth sense, whether you call it the spirit, the infinite intelligence, God, Christ, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. But I'm not talking about going to church. This is not that. But how much time do you really invest in writing down and really communing with self and really allowing the spirit, the sixth sense, we'll call it, the brain, to share with you the hunches, the nudges, the ideas. We have them, but we're so busy trying to get somewhere else, we don't pay attention. And then not only do we not pay attention, we don't realize that whatever you're seeking is seeking you. So with that, I just want to, I'll end it with that, Marquessa. This was very exciting. And oh no, one more thing. And he talks about the very last, in the last chapter, he talks about this imaginary mastermind group. And I'd like to encourage all of us to think about that imaginary mastermind group for yourself. He gives some individuals at the end of the chapter. He talks about, the Marconi and all of these different people that he would invest time with. And it got so scary for him that at one point he didn't realize if they were actually real or false. And I think that our hunches are like that. And I just want to just encourage us that as we study the brain and the sixth sense, take some time, if you want to call it a date with yourself or journaling time or faith time or whatever time you want to call it, but give yourself time to really be quiet long enough to receive and journal those thought impulses. So that's it for me, Marquessa. So wherever you want to go from here.
Great. Wow. And did you want to know, I think we got another minute.
Yes.
Any questions that one person can maybe ask one question regarding the last two chapters we have, if you'd like Ann to answer that for you, anybody? No?
Yeah, hi. We want Ann in our group tonight. Group five.
Well, what's happening, and just so you guys know, she's going to go 20 minutes in Tanya's group. She's going to start off there. And then Tanya's going to ping me a couple minutes before that is, and she's going to come to our group, Marquessa's group. So,
for me, the chapter on 6 Ghosts of Fear was a switch for me. It's and the last comments that Napoleon Hill really makes about everything really starts with your thought and your thinking process. So it has, this is really, I've done a real paradigm shift because of the mastermind group, because of the coaching I got on Friday from Ann, the relentless enthusiasm from Marquessa, and all of you, my group, the Dominators. I still have room to grow, but the thought process is what I'm going to hang on to.
mm.
Hi, this is Anna. I have a question for Ann.
Yes, Anna.
Yes, Ann. In regards to this shift, or your acceptance or awareness of the sixth sense, is there a particular thing that happened that made you realize that this was true?
I'm not sure if I heard the question clearly. We're getting feedback.
Yeah, feedback.
You know what, guys? Why don't we hold that, because it's right at the top of the hour. We want to stay on time. Did we hold that because Ann is going to spend some time in our group, okay? So that you can ask it at that time. So, all right. And it is 5:01. Well, my time. Yeah, 5:01 here. Why don't we go ahead and break? We're in our groups for 40 minutes. You guys are already set. So let's go and mastermind. But before we go, I do have one request for all the groups. Make sure that you collectively decide, 2 big shifts as a small mastermind group that you experience over the 10 weeks. So collectively as a group, it could be anything from, I really learned how to mastermind. That was something that we all experienced. We learned how to play off each other's strengths. We learned how to whatever. What two big, huge takeaways that you guys experience as a group in your smaller mastermind? So when you come back, we need someone from each group. It could be the facilitator or someone that they assign to share that with the group at large. Does that sound good? All right, guys. So we're going to break you out. Enjoy. And oh my God, this is the last one. Oh my gosh. So here we go. Okay, some people kind of came in. I have to move them into a group. Who is it that I got to move into a group? So I'm going to stop the recording. Okay, stop recording.